Well, after a chilly start to this Monday here in central and eastern Kentucky, turned out to be a gorgeous Monday. Afternoon highs into the mid-60s in most locations. Dry and pleasant weather. That's going to continue into the midweek. Next rain chance back in play Friday, and cooler but quiet for the upcoming weekend. Notice here on our Max HT radar and satellite, a few high thin clouds drifting across southern Kentucky, and that's due to an upper level system that is off to the north of a surface low along the Gulf Coast that is producing some rain there. So we're seeing some of the debris cloudiness as far north as, say, here in central Kentucky. In fact, you could see some of that looking southeast with our Bluegrass Pace Care Skyview HT camera network. Richmond EKU, we're down to 57. Winds are west northwest, especially along the I-64 corridor now. That boundary that is very, very weak. We talked about it all the way back as early as last Thursday, that it would move through and maybe knock temperatures down a few degrees tomorrow, and that's where we are headed. But much of the area dealing with unseasonably mild temperatures. Remember, our averages are rapidly falling into the mid-50s for our afternoon highs this time of the year. There's the boundary right across the heart of the bluegrass. Behind it, a light north wind. High pressure will build in. So we got some nice days to come. You see the clouds and the rain down to our south. Speaking of clouds, a few high thin clouds during the overnight. Still going to be pretty chilly tomorrow morning. Most locations into the mid-30s, and then tomorrow afternoon, notice how we'll be probably 60-ish here in the bluegrass, sneaking into the low 60s, so we'll knock 3 to 5 degrees off of where we ended up for afternoon highs today, and we will head back that direction pretty quickly. That system along the Gulf Coast moves eastward, and the high settles into the mid-Atlantic. So we jump back up to 66 on Wednesday, and then with that return flow coming up from the Gulf of Mexico, we go all the way into the upper 60s on Thursday. But this frontal boundary back here across the upper Midwest, that's going to dive southeastward very quickly. So by the time we hit Friday, notice how the moisture increases and our rain chances really ramp up as well. We need the beneficial rain. That'll coincide with high school football playoffs this weekend. Some pretty big games as we get deeper in the playoffs and we dry it out for the upcoming weekend. As far as rainfall potential, anything in blue, which of course is good for the mountains of southeastern Kentucky, that's over a ½ inch to maybe an inch, and the ongoing drought, moderate 40% of the state, including much of central and eastern Kentucky. It's not going to be a drought buster, but we'll take what we can get. It'll be in and out in fairly short order. 34 tonight, a few clouds and cold tomorrow. An easterly wind with some sunshine, highs right around 60. Could overachieve a degree or two in spots. We're looking at mid to upper 60s Wednesday, Thursday. There are your rain chances on Friday. And for the upcoming weekend, will be dry and cooler. Now, looking beyond Monday, that is the beginning of Thanksgiving week. A lot of the data indicating we could have some wet and potentially disruptive weather as we head toward the big travel holiday a little more than a week away.